Sharing my screen. I started the recording as well. I hope you can see the screen now. Okay, what did we discuss in our previous class? The day before yesterday.
Customer menu, customers menu header level,
Okay.
and posting of customers payment.
Payment, correct. We have also seen customer payment, how to do customer payment and how to generate a deposit slip for customer payment. We have seen it, right? So let's try to do one more payment journal here. We'll complete this one. And then we'll discuss about free text invoice concept. So what is the entry when you do a customer payment? Anyone? Customer payment entry. What is it? Who gets debited, who gets credited, or what gets debited or what gets credited?
Bank account data to
Okay, you will get money to your bank, so your bank account will be debited. And
accounts payable,
no, it's not payable.
receivable.
Yes, it's customer or accounts receivable account will get credited. Okay. So bank account will be debited, customer account will be credited, or the accounts receivable account will be credited when you receive the money. So suppose if I'm doing any invoice, a customer invoice, okay, then what is the entry? Assume and say what is the what will be the entry, guys? Entry. Even customer invoice entry. Assumptions are allowed, even it might be wrong, but still allowed. Please.
Accounts receivable will be okay. That is when such account which actually gets created. I mean, I will do recollect it. I did it actually, but I'm actually forgetting it now. It's like lingering in my.
No problem. Tell me.
Accounts receivable account will be debited and the cost of goods sold account will be credited.
So accounts receivable account will be debited. So
Debited?
cost of goods sold account will be credited. Or
Yeah.
so that is in case of inventory. What in case of services we provide to the customers?
Okay.
Well,
Accounts receivable to service provided account will be credited.
service revenue account will
Okay,
be
service.
credited because when we provide service to customer, we will get revenue or we generate some revenue. So revenue accounts are always credited, right? So revenue account will be in place for credit and accounts receivable account will be debited when you create an invoice entry. And when you make a payment or when customer makes a payment, when you record the transaction, accounts receivable account will be credited, knocking off both of this. So this one and this one will get knocked off, or accounts receivable will become zero. And what will be remaining as the final entry? Revenue account as credit and bank account as debit. So you have generated revenue which have debited your bank account or increased your asset value. That's all. Clear, guys? This entries, two entries for all of you. Bala, Santosh,
Yes.
Saidip.
Yes, bro.
Okay.
Yes, bro.
Well, we'll work on this now. Customer invoices. Before that, we will do one more customer payment transaction. So we are here. Yesterday, I think we have posted one transaction. I can see all the posted journals here. This is the posted customer payment journal. We'll generate one more or we'll create one new customer payment transaction. Let's go. So let's select the journal. We have created one journal for this purpose only especially. I'll select that journal here, customer payment journal. Then I'll go to lines here. So in line, what I have to select to make a to make a payment, customer payment, or to post a customer payment transaction.
Account. Go to account.
Okay, account.
And select the customer.
So select one customer account
Yeah.
from whom you are receiving the money.
Yeah.
So let's select Kia Motors. Okay.
And in the description, you can give like prepayment message. And
Let's give it as customer prepayment. Okay.
In the
And
credit amount.
credit I can give something like $1,000. Customer is paying me $1,000. And offset
The bank.
I can select bank. I can select offset account as my bank account ICICI. Okay. And
Check.
I'll select method of payment as check again, just for understanding. I'll receive the payment status to change the payment status to received. I'll give a payment reference number as customer check number, like check 562 something. See, if I want to post a deposit slip or use a deposit slip, this is the option, use a deposit slip. Okay, I am enabling this one. Now I can validate this to check if there are any errors.
Issue with bank account resolved somehow.
Okay. In the method of payment, you have to give that payment type, bank transaction type actually, or at least you have to remove that one. So actually, I'll show you. This is in method of payment, right?
Yeah. Like what is the practice? We have to enable or disable it actually, because I have enabled it and I got that issue.
Don't enable. You have to give the account type as bank, and then you have to give the bank transaction type here. For the check receipt, I gave the bank transaction type as check receipt. Okay, then you can give this one, bank transaction type is mandatory. If you give this bank transaction type is mandatory, and if you forgot to give bank transaction type here, you have to manually give it in the journal. It is asking you for the bank transaction type. So for that you have manually here bank transaction type here, or somewhere you will have here in the bank, at least bank transaction type. You have to fill it here. If you give it directly in the method of payment, automatically it will appear here 03 bank transaction type. Then it will not stop you. So this is what you are missing. You have enabled that compulsory parameter that bank transaction type should be there, and you missed allocating the bank transaction type, for which system is stopping you with the error message. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So now I will post this one. So it is posted. Now how do I generate the deposit slip or print a deposit slip?
Click on functions.
Yeah, click on functions. I can see deposit slip. Click on deposit slip. So which date you want to take the deposit slip for? I'll take for today's date itself. Click on OK. So it takes a while and it will print the deposit slip. And it, after printing, normally it will also add the deposit slip in the cash and bank management, where you can check the deposit slip. And if you want to reverse this transaction, you can entirely reverse the deposit slip from the cash and bank management. Just like the check reversal journal, you have to create a deposit slip reversal journal through which you can reverse it. Same process. So the check reversal is the same process. You have to create a deposit slip reversal journal, for which you will have the journal type for that also. Deposit slip reversal, bank deposit slip reversal will be the journal type. Check it. That is an assignment for you. Try it. Okay. So it's on screen. Yeah, I'll just print it on screen. Takes a while. taking some time. Oh, come on. Well, it's printed now, you can see. So it's here. I can see the deposit slip. Enough. I can also see the same deposit slip in the cash and bank management. So in the cash and bank management, I have this payment reversal deposit slips where I can see the posted deposit slip. There were two posted deposit slips. Actually, it is taking 01 and 011 directly. Because of the pre-allocation feature, you have to change the number sequence. You can give a good number sequence and give it as continuous, and it will give you normal continuous numbers, deposit slip 1, deposit slip 2, like that. If you want to reverse it, you can just click on this and you can click on cancel payment. But if you want to reverse the entire voucher that was posted, you have to create that journal, deposit slip reversal journal, and follow the same procedure that you followed for check reversal. As I told you, it's in your assignment. Try it. Anyway, in the next class, we'll discuss that too. But in the meanwhile, you just try it, how to reverse it and all. Just do some research. So that would be all about customer payments. We'll do more payments further when we settle invoices, as well as when we'll run the proposal as well. Just like in the accounts payable, we also have proposal in the accounts receivable as well. We'll also run that and see. The menu and the details in the customer payment journal is as same as vendor payment journal. It doesn't really differ. You can just have a glance at them. If you get any doubt, you just ask me. For today, we'll discuss about this concept called as free text invoice. So what is a free text invoice? So why do we use free text invoices? Free text invoice is a service invoice for, customer invoice for service related revenues. So suppose if I'm buying and selling goods, I'm selling goods to customers, I can create a sales order and sales order invoice. Suppose if I'm only providing some kind of service to the customer, then a free text invoice will be enough. Just like a vendor invoice journal we make for expenses, right? For the vendors. If at all we take any training or something or any other expenses from the vendor or rent invoices we create for vendors, right? Through vendor invoice journal. In the same way, we have this concept called as free text invoice, which is used for booking invoices against the customers for the services that we provide to them. Okay, suppose let's assume customer is in need of a service. Okay, he is in need of some uh, training for some machinery. That training experts are there in my company. So I will send 2 training experts to customer place for providing the training on that machinery to their users. Okay, they'll provide that service for 2 days. So 2 days I'll charge for each single day for each person. So 2 persons, for each person every day you have to pay $1,000. So 2 persons $2,000 and 2 days 2 into 2 $4,000. So I will send the invoice to customer that the total training charges incurred is 4,000 inclusive of some taxes, or if adding some more taxes I can add in the free text invoice. So once I book the invoice, then I can receive the payment from the customer. So I can book the invoice and print that invoice and send it to the customer saying that he owes us some $4,000 money for the training we have provided to him or the service we have provided to them. So that's how free text invoices work. And there is no link to sales order or anything. Free text invoice is a normal service invoice. Just like in case of vendors, we have non-BO invoice, right? Vendor invoice journal. In the same way, we have free text invoice here in accounts receivable module. Okay, the steps slightly differ, but it is the same. So this is the only invoice or place where we don't need to create any journal actually. So for vendor invoice journals, we normally create a journal, right? And journal name is vendor invoice recording. So we should have that. But for free text invoice, you don't have to create any journal. You can directly create free text invoices without journal also. But I'll just change the number sequences for my convenience sake. So it will take default number sequences in the accounts receivable parameters. So for free text invoice as well as for free text invoice voucher, I'll change the number sequence to a relevant number sequence or a unique number sequence for free text invoice. So that once after that will start. So I'm going to number sequences. Here I can see free text invoice, free text credit note, and free text invoice voucher. As you can see here, and free text credit note voucher. So there are two types. So first let me give it for free text invoice. So I'll just click on this, or sorry, you can click on this directly, hyperlink. It will take me to that number sequence. I'll edit this one, remove the company name in this. I'll just give it as FTI, free text invoice, 6 digits. Okay, and I'll give it as continuous. Here it is 6 digits only. So, and I'll save it. Okay, I just removed the company name, gave the constant value as FTI slash and 6 digits. So here 6 digits and continuous. Okay, I'll just go back. So for free text invoice credit note, which means like a reverse free text invoice. This is like if at all we have to reverse such invoices, we can create reverse free text invoice. So for that, I'll create this one. So FTIC, free text invoice credit note. C means credit. Then I'll create continuous again. It's same 6 digits and 6 digits. Okay, and I'll save it. So for free text invoice voucher also, I'll just give a unique number sequence. So for all the free text invoice related vouchers. So I'll just give it here, remove it. I'll give it as text invoice voucher FTIV. Free text invoice voucher and 8 digits here it is there. I will give 8 digits only, starting from 1 to 9999998. Next number will be 1 and it will be continuous. Save it. Free text invoice credit note voucher number also I'll give the same kind. So here I'll remove this one. I'll give it as EICV, free text invoice credit voucher 8. Yes, keep continuous. Start from 1. Just give it as 8 nines. Here 8 nines, right? Yes. Then next number will be 1. I'll save it. So I gave unique formats for all free text invoices or free text invoice related number sequences, these two and these two. Now let us see how do we create a free text invoice. So free text invoices will be in accounts receivable, invoices, and all free text invoices. Write down the navigation, accounts receivable, invoices, and all free text invoices. So for this, you don't need any special configuration, just that number sequences we will adjust for unique number system. That's all. No journals and nothing is required. So accounts receivable, invoices, and all free text invoices. Click on this. It will take you to the page where you can see and create free text invoices. So I see there are no free text invoices here. We can create an empty page, as you can see. So in this empty page, we can create a free text invoice by this way. Click on New. Select the customer account. So here you can see 4 compulsory fields, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 compulsory fields. But when you select customer account, automatically this invoice account will be filled up, because mostly customer account will be invoice account until and unless there is a parent and child relationship, and until and unless you have this, I told you, right, that example Tata 1 and 2 and Tata Group company, that kind of customers link. If you don't have until and unless that, you will normally get the same. See, I selected Kia Motors. So automatically it filled Kia Motors here. And you can see the invoice number will be the same as customer number, and name is also same Kia Motors, and address will be the invoice address of the Kia Motors, and date of invoice it took as today's date. You can give any date. If you want to give yesterday's date, you can give it. Currency automatically took as US dollar since it's a domestic customer or a customer for which we do not give any foreign currency. So automatically the currency or the default currency will be US dollar. And you can see terms of payment is 30 days, and it directly shows the due date here as 27th of November, because invoice date you gave us 28th of October, right? So 27th of November after 30 days will be the due date. Default method of payment you are giving to the customer is UPI. You want customer to pay directly from UPI method. Okay, and that's how this automatically been picked up from the customer account to this default details like method of payment and terms of payment are picked up, and the customer address also is being picked up. So we can open the customer account and see this address is correct or not. So that will be the invoice address actually, or the business address of the customer. Well, it's taking time to load the customer master. Yeah, it's here I can see this is the business address, right? So this invoice is being sent to business address. If there are any goods, normally goods will be delivered to delivery address. But since it's a normal invoice, it's being delivered or sent to automatically to the business address itself. So here it automatically picks up the business address as the customer address in the invoice. Okay, is this clear until here for all of you? The header level details and the free text invoice, how to fill them?
Yes.
Okay. If this is clear, then we will go for the line. So in the bottom, I can see invoice lines here. So here in the invoice line, you can select a main account. So what should be the main account, guys? Anyone guess what will be the main account?
Accounts receivable account.
No, we have selected customer account already here. So accounts receivable is already picked.
Revenue account, sorry.
Correct. So whatever is the revenue you have or which revenue account you want to credit, that revenue account has to be selected here. So let us see we have a revenue account or not. We should have in the 4 series. See, I have business revenues, sales revenue, subscription revenue. So I'll select this one, subscription revenue account, 4 lakh 2. Okay, so I'll give it as being customer for subscription. Okay, just give description, and I selected this main account here. Then you can select the sales tax group and item sales tax group if you want to add any charges. Okay, if not, you can just select the quantity. Quantity here doesn't refer the product. Actually, quantity here refers the number of hours or number of days or number of months, like that. So you can just give it as 1 and give the total unit price here, like $1,000 of invoice. So suppose if it is $1,000 for each day, you can give it as, suppose if you have given this subscription or if you have given this training, suppose for 2 days, 2 into 1,000, 2,000 will be the total amount of the invoice. Okay, see here, 2 quantity, I can give 2 into 1,000, 2,000 will be the invoice amount. So or else if I give 1 quantity and 1,000, 1,000 will be the total amount of the invoice. Okay, this is all about this free text invoice line. If we want to add one more revenue which has to be received from the same customer, you can add line here. and you can add another revenue account. If you want another revenue account, you can add something like this. You can add this business revenue something. Okay. B, other fee revenue collected, or it's not be collected, right? Other fee revenue booked, like select that, and you can give other amount like 500. Now 1000 and 500, both two lines are there. 1500 will be the invoice amount, total invoice amount. This is how you can add this revenue lines here. So other than that, under line details, for each line we have this line detail options. For the above line, we can see that invoice text means the same, that description that you gave right in the line in the above, that you can see here. You can see the option of fixed asset and book. Actually, you can also sell a fixed asset through free text invoice. We will see that concept in fixed asset module. Once we discuss it, we'll see. You can give some reasons, reason code if you want to. You can give foreign trade details. If there is any foreign trade involved, you can give all these details, and these details are normally filled by supply chain team. In case if these are available, you can fill them, but you see all of them will be empty because they're not configured in any module. And you can give financial dimensions for your line level. So for line level, it is automatically taking Bangalore here because for that customer, I think we have given the default dimension as Bangalore. So automatically it takes as Bangalore. Suppose let's see in this customer. Again, it is taking time to load. Here in the bottom somewhere here we give the default dimension as Bangalore, as you can see. So it is automatically reflecting on the invoice for the whenever we give it in the customer level. When you do invoices for such customers or make payments, automatically the details from the default dimensions will be picked up. Okay, so here in the invoice also it happened to be the same. For first line it picked it. For second line also it should pick it. If I click on second line and go to dimensions, I can still see 101. So this is a few details we have in the line level. If I go to header level, here I can click on header. So this is the main header. Other than that, we have few other details in the header level. So in the header level, I can see in general, where I can see the dates and all. So date of the invoice, payment terms, base date and due date, US dollar, invoice origin. You can select some invoice origin. It's not needed. You can give some condition. Posting profile, you can see the posting profile here as general posting profile. If you want to use a different posting profile, you can change it here normally. Number sequence group, if you may want to maintain a separate number sequence group for invoice or this particular customer, you can select it. Or if you would have given a number sequence group specifically for the customer, that would automatically reflect here, but we did not give anything, right? We thought of using the same normal number sequence groups from the accounts payable receivable parameters, so we left it. You have an option called as release date. Release date means we have seen it in a lot of journals, release date option. If you give one release date like 31st, until and unless we reach 31st, users cannot post this invoice. Only on or after 31st, they can post this invoice. So that's a kind of control date we are giving here in the release date. Posted, it's not posted yet, so it shows as no. And you can give sales tax details as well as this option prices include sales tax and tax exemption numbers. And you can give a document date. Document date is nothing but the invoice date. As you can see here, document date for the invoice. The invoice has been posted. You can edit this date. When you enter a customer or vendor invoice, the actual date of invoice is usually used as the posting date. Both the due date and cash discount date are calculated from this date. Sometimes you might have to calculate the due date and cash discount date based on the date other than the posting date. So that could be this date. Normally, document date and this date will be, document date is doesn't means the invoice date. So if you select this invoice date here, it will be the invoice date, and the terms of payments and cash discounts will be dependent on this date that you give here. So this one is a posting date actually. So according to you, which day on which date invoice has to be posted will be given here, and this is the actual invoice date. And if you don't give this date here, it will automatically take this date as the document date automatically. So that's all. Other than that, in the header level, we have customer details, customer account name, and the same invoice account and name. Recipient means the person who is responsible for this customer or someone who. So actually for my admin account, this particular user is linked. So automatically this username will appear here. In the other case, your name will appear. In case if you are given a specific ID, your employee code will or employee name will appear here. And I have this language as English US, which is being picked from customer master. And you can give some customer requisition number, reference number, and contact details if any. And you have the address here. See this one, this address is being picked, right? Kia Motors business address is automatically picked, and this is the delivery address. If you want to change this address, you can change the address. If you drop down, you can see the list of addresses actually. In case if you have two more business addresses, you can select one of the address. Since we only have only one business address, I can see only one here. And delivery addresses, I have only one, right? So I can see here. Actually, you can set the delivery address to the business address also, since that is the primary address. So you can select either of them, but this is the main delivery address for the company, right? It selects automatically, but it's not required because we are not delivering any goods, right? So delivery address is not required though. You can also remove it if you want, if you don't require, or you can add more addresses also. You have this add option. So that to work. Contact details. So we don't see this all are grayed out actually. You don't have any contact details to be filled. Recent activity, last invoice, invoice amount, last payment. You can see here. See, you can see the recent activities. What was the last invoice done to the customer? You can see here that invoice number, but you don't have any invoice done, right? This is the very first invoice. So you see it is empty and it is 0. But you see a payment. Last payment was done on today's date and we have done payment right earlier. So that's what it is showing. And the payment amount it is showing as 1000 because we made 1000 payment earlier today. Before to this topic, we have made a payment transaction, right? So that is what it is showing there. Recent activities with the customer. Statistics I have here, highest balance, average invoice and balance. It's all showing as 0 because I don't have any statistics set because I did not post any invoices. But here I can see the balance updated now as minus 2000. Minus 2000 means I have received advance payments of 2000 amount from the customer, and this is the existing customer balance now. So I can see that here in the header level of the free text invoice. After refreshing it, I got it here. Then payment, it's in US dollar and same currency. So you can see same exchange rate. If it is a foreign currency invoice, if I select any foreign currency, suppose like euro, let me try to select it. Yeah, I can see exchange rate changing US dollar to euro here. If I change it back to US dollar again, I'll see a straight exchange rate as 1. That's all. They have terms of payment, method of payment, and customer bank account. This one ICICI selected. And the header level financial dimensions as 101. The same dimension from the head when customer account will be picked automatically. That's all about the structure of the free text invoice, header level and line level. So I'll just close the header. Now you can see the lines here. So any confusion until here, how to create a free text invoice and to give the details, anyone? Okay, if there is none, I'll just post this one. Here I have the option of post. Before posting it, I can also add charges and totals, but charges, we did not create charge codes right yet in the accounts receivable module. We'll create them and see later. Okay, if I click on charges normally, I can add some charges. So here I want to give a charge code, but for accounts receivable, we did not configure charge code, so it's empty. So I'll just delete it. If I click on totals here, I'll see the totals. If the credit limit for this customer is 10 lakhs, so sorry, 10,000. So credit limit available is 10,500 because he paid 2,000 extra right to us. So here that subtotal amount of the invoice is 1,500. So 10,200, sorry, 10,000, sorry, 1,02,000 minus 1,500. So available credit limit is 1,05,000. It is showing. Invoice amount is 1,500. exchange rate is right, and there are no charges or discounts or taxes, anything applicable, so it's all showing as 0. Close it. So you have 1000 plus 500, total 1500 amount of invoice. Now if you want to post it, you can post it here. Use this option of post. So you have to enable this as posting, and if it is a credit note invoice, you have to enable this credit correction, which we will see in the next topic. So I'll just click on OK here. If I click on OK, it will automatically post the invoice. So what's wrong? It is posted. As you can see here, free text invoice process complete. FTI 000001 has been posted. So according to the number sequence we have given, it automatically took the number. Free text invoice 1 has been posted. It is saying. If you want to see the voucher for this, you have to click on this one, invoice journal. Under invoice related information, you have invoice journal here. Click on this invoice journal. It will show you the invoice that you have posted. So this is the invoice, free text invoice number 1, posted for the customer Kia Motors, and this is the invoice amount total of 1500. Now if you want to see the voucher for this, select this and click on voucher here. Here you can see voucher. Click on voucher and you see the voucher here. Accounts receivable account is debited with 1500. Subscription revenue account is created with 1000. Business revenue account is created with 500. Okay, same like the entry that I've explained you, or you have told me. Accounts receivable debited, revenue account will be credited. Same way, accounts receivable account is debited here. Revenue accounts are two revenue accounts are credited here for 1000 and 500, totaling of 1500. All clear? The voucher for all of you. Sushila, Bala,
Yeah, clear.
Seshu. Okay. Seshu. Okay, if this is clear, then I'll just go back. Okay, I'll again show you how to track the voucher. So once you post the free text invoice, you have to go to invoice journal here. Under invoice, we have the option invoice journal. Click on it and you can see the invoice. Select that invoice and you can click on voucher and you can find the voucher. Okay, other than this, just go back. Completely I came back. So again, if you want to go to accounts receivable, invoices and all free text invoices, it will show me here directly the posted invoice, this one. But here I don't see the voucher option. Again, for that you have to click on invoice journal and click on voucher. But see, we have posted invoice for the customer, but how customer will know that we have posted invoice and he have to pay the money? We have to send the invoice to the customer, right? So how do we send the invoice copy? So for that we have this option of this one, document print option. So you can select the invoice, click on print, click on, you can print all the invoice at a time, selected invoice or range of invoices you can select. You can, if you click on select, selected means it will print this invoice, single invoice. Or you can also click on this view normally, or also send. Send means directly it will send to the customer account, sorry, to the customer email. For that you need to enable some email parameters. Here it is printing the free text invoice. Let's see how the structure of the free text invoice in a print looks like. So see here, you can see the free text invoice structure. Above that, you have your address and your details, your company address and your details. Beneath that, you have the customer details, customer name and the eh, address of the customer. Then you have the invoice number, date of the invoice, and our reference means I mean our reference from a company side. You are the person, or this employee ID is linked, right? So this employee is responsible. Net 30 days is the terms of payment terms. So invoice account is this one. Then you can also see the details, due date here. You can see net 30 days, invoice date is 28th, right? In new due date is 27th of November. And you can see here the details that you have given, being customer booked for subscription, being other fee revenue booked 1,500, total of 1,500. You can see 1,500, no discount, no charges, no sales tax, total of 1,500. So you can just export this into PDF and send it to the customer email ID, or you can print it with the printer, pack it in a courier and send it to the customer asking him for money. That's all. So you can just export it into PDF format if you want to. Takes a while, but it will download automatically. Yeah, it is here. It's downloaded. See here, it is downloaded. You can send it to the customer's email ID saying that please pay the amount. Your due date is this date. That's all. So most of them will use this kind of printing because for vendors, no need to print invoices. Normally vendor will send you the invoice and you will record it. But for customers, you have to send the invoice right from your side. So it's compulsory that you will print the invoice in system. So that's how this is how it looks like. So let's post one more free text invoice or create one more free text invoice for your understanding sake. So how do I do that? Please guide me from here. Anyone? So from this page, or I'll just go back to accounts receivable directly. So guide me from here, how can I create a free text invoice?
Click on under invoice, all free text invoice.
Okay, under invoices, I have free text invoices. Yeah, I'll click on it.
Click on new.
Click on new, yes. Select
customer account.
Select customer account. I'll select customer account as Mahindra Motors. Okay. Then
Yes.
I don't have any address for him, so I don't see any address other than
Because
this.
we are not given in the customer account.
Must,
so that's
correct.
why we are not getting.
Correct. So we
Go
can
to
give
line level.
go to line level. Yes.
We have to give description.
Okay. Other revenues booked. Okay, or I'll just give something else. Training charges. Okay. I'll select
and select the main account.
revenue account. Any relevant revenue account I'll select it as, suppose this one, subscription revenue. Okay. And next,
our price or unit price.
okay, I'll just book this training charges for 10 hours. Okay. 10 hours charges and unit price for the 10 hours. For each hour is like $150 for each hour. So for 10 hours, it is again $1,500. Okay, I have this option. I don't see this one available. It's okay. So this is of 10 quantity into 150 each, total of 1,500. So next, I can give any financial dimensions if I want in the line level or the header level. So it's not, if it is required, you can give this header level. If I click on header here, I'll see the header level dimensions here. So I can give it here. If I give it in the header level, it will automatically actually takes it to the line level as well. Suppose if I give Hyderabad here as location and department as operations department. Suppose someone from our operations team only went there and gave the training to them. Okay, I'll save it here. So as soon as I save it, I go to line level as well. In line level, they are not populating. I'll just give them in the line level as well. Hyderabad. And for the department, I'll select as operations as well. So I'll save it. Now I can post this one. To post this one, I'll just click on post, posting, and I'll select it as OK. So it will automatically post. You can also print the invoice there from there itself before posting. There you have that printer selection, or after posting also you can print it. See, it is saying free text invoice number 2 has been posted. Okay, to print it, you can use this option like earlier, or to view it, you can also use this option, view the copy or original. It will show the same actually. I just clicked on view original. Let's see what it will show. So it shows the same actually. Okay, you can see 10 quantity training charges of 150 each for 1500. 1500 is the total amount on the invoice, and you can see that 15 days is the due date, and due date this is the due date for the payment. So invoice is booked for 29, so 13 of November is the due date, adding that 15 days. Okay, and you can export the invoice and share it with the customer. That's all. Just close this one, and that would be all. Tomorrow we'll discuss about how to print a credit note invoice. So actually tomorrow we can discuss it today itself. Suppose that we have booked this invoice, right? So this invoice is wrong. I want to book a reverse invoice for this one. $1,500 reverse credit note kind of invoice I want to book. So how can I do that is I'll just click on new. Okay, I'll select the same customer, Mahindra Motors, right? So same customer I'll select here. Okay, and I'll select the same date. Suppose I'm not going for dates, so I'll just give it as reverse training charges. Okay, then I can give the same main account what I have used, subscription revenue, the same main account I gave here. So quantity I'll give it as -10 this time. Okay, earlier I gave 10, right? So I'll give -10 and 150. Totally it will be -1500. Right guys? So it's just that I changed the quantity to negative to make it as a credit note. So now once after doing this, I also give the dimensions, right? I'll also give them as well, because while reversing I need everything in place. So I'll just give 100, as well as department I'll give it as finance. In the line level also I'll give the same as department as finance, and the location as Hyderabad. Okay, I'll save it and I'll post it here. Before posting it, I can also settle any open transaction to this. Suppose we have created that free text invoice, right? So we did not receive any payment for that. And if you want to settle it to this particular credit note, you can directly select it from here. Settle open transactions option, or later in the customer transactions also you can settle it. So I will also see that. I'll just post this one. See, click on post. Before you click on post here, you have this option, credit correction. Since this is a credit note, you just select this option as credit correction. This one. So then it will be a credit note invoice if you select this option, credit correction. Okay, you can also print the invoice from here. So you have this option of print invoice. So print current invoice, print setup, you can select invoice or invoice copy, anything, or you can also print it normally after posting, which is the better option. So you can now click on OK, or you can also run it in the background in the batch job. So it will not run on the screen, it will run in the background for posting the invoice. I'm not using batch job, I will run it on the screen directly. So I'll just click on OK here. See, I selected this option, credit correction. So let's see how it will post. See, it is posted. Here I can see the invoice number FTIC 000001. FTIC means free text invoice credit note, right? Credit free text invoice. This is what we gave earlier. For the in the accounts receivable parameters for free text invoice credit note, I gave this one. Normally for free text invoice, it should be FTI. For credit note, it is FTIC. So FTIC 001 is posted, has been posted. And if you see the voucher for this, go to invoice journal. Click on voucher for this, select this one and click on voucher. You can see the option accounts receivable account is credited here. Usually for invoices, accounts receivable account will be debited, right? But since it is a credit note invoice, accounts receivable account is credited and revenue account is debited. It's a reverse voucher. Since you posted a reverse invoice, you got the reverse voucher as well. Okay, and you can also see the voucher number, but the voucher number is not being picked here. Usually, I'm not sure why it's not showing, but there seems to be some kind of problem with my system only. Normally, when I open transaction origin, let me see it. So here I can see FTI CV 8 digits voucher. FTI CV means FTI credit note voucher. So that's how it is. It shows clear, right? This entry for all of you. Any confusion in this? So it's just a reverse entry since it's a credit note invoice. Tell me guys, is it clear? Seshu, Srinivas. Hello?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, you can also print this kind of credit note invoice. If you print the credit note invoice, let me show you how it looks like. Normally you can print it from here also. Click on document view, original preview. Since it's a credit note invoice, you can see here it as credit note. Okay. Earlier when you printed a normal invoice, so where is it? Where is it? Should be somewhere in downloads. So this is invoice, right? This is the normal invoice. So for this you can see it as invoice. But since that you have printed this one as a credit note or credit invoice, you can see it as a credit note other than invoice here. And you can see amount in negative 1500 and 1500. Okay. Clear guys, this one as well, how it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. The next time, the next class we'll discuss about another concept called as recurring free text invoice, which means the free text invoice that occurs on periodic basis or reoccurs most of the times or all the time on that particular date on a period. So we'll discuss about that one. It needs a little configuration, small configuration setup. We'll discuss that. So practice it until here. So normal concept of settlements again. So it's settlement means you have to make a customer payment journal, select the settle transactions option and settle the invoice. If not, there is another way that's in the same like in the vendor transactions. You can go to customer transactions as well. Select the two transactions and you can settle them. See, I'm going to accounts receivable, all customers. And I'll go to this customer Kia, go to customer and you see transactions here, right? Click on transactions. So you can see 3 transactions here. Customer payments, there are 2 customer payments, advance payments for 1000 and 1000, and there is a customer invoice for 1500. So invoice amount you can see on this side, payment amounts you can see on the other side, and you can see the same menu like balances. So all of them are open transactions only. If you click on show open only, you can see all the 3 of them because all of them are open transactions. Okay, and if you want to settle the payment to invoice, how to do that guys? What is the option? So how do we do in the vendor settlements? So the same way we will do the customer settlements as well. Tell me how to do that. Bala, you here?
Go to settlement.
Yeah, select the invoice suppose.
Yeah. Yes.
Go to settlement.
Yeah.
Click on
Settle
settle
trans.
transactions. It's the same. You can select the free text invoice to the payment transaction, as well as this payment also I'm settling. Okay, totally 2000 amount I'm settling to the 1500 invoice. So there will be 500 amount pending on one of the invoice, or you can just select this, deselect this invoice. Suppose I'm selecting both of these payments. I mean this invoice and payment, settling both of them. So now on this invoice 500 is pending. Other payment transaction disappeared from the open transactions because that payment is totally settled with this invoice 1000 amount, right? So the pending amount on the invoice is 500 and this payment transaction is still pending, so it is showing as 1000 balance. So now let us settle for this invoice with this payment transaction for the remaining 500 amount. The other 500 amount will remain here on the payment transaction. So to settle it, select the invoice again, go to settlement, settle transactions. You see both the open transactions, select this invoice as well as the payment, click on post, and both of them disappeared. So if I see open, then I can see the earlier payment transaction and the invoice transaction balance is 0. But for the only payment transaction that's remaining, we have the balance as 500 or remaining balance as 500. Now, what is the customer balance, guys? What will be the customer existing balance if I click on the balance of customer? Anyone? It's very evident. You can clearly see how much will be the customer. Correct. So negative balance of 500 actually. You received 2000 from customer and you have done a service of 1500 means customer balance is only pending minus 500 balance means you have to repay the customer or customer's excess balance is pending with you. So normally the balance in the customer balance form is calculated with the balance in this column. How much ever balance you see in this column, addition of all those totals will be the total customer balance. So here in this, you see minus 500, right? Sum of all these three is minus 500. So if you go to customer balance also, you will see that only. Kia, customer, go to balance. You can see minus 500. Okay. That's it. So normal payment transaction settlements to payment, you can do it through customer payment journal, settle transaction, select invoice, and you can settle it. Same process like vendor. In the next class, we'll see it. So practice it until here, and we'll meet in the tomorrow's class. Mostly we'll have class tomorrow. If not, I'll let you know beforehand itself. Okay, practice it until here and let me know if you face any doubts. Or if you have any doubts, you can stay back and ask. If not, you can drop off, guys. That would be all for today. I'll just stop the recording until